This is a little overwhelming as coming out parties go, so thanks very much. Let me run you through a little bit of what the game is about and show you some pretty pictures. So for starters, we had two main goals, as Graham just said. The first was to reintroduce Mickey Mouse, present him to gamers in a way he'd never seen before. The second one was to reintroduce Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, who most of you probably never even heard of. It seems kind of odd to say, why would we need to reintroduce Mickey Mouse? He is, one of the most recognizable icons on planet Earth. But in fact, he has never been treated right in my mind in a video game. He's most recognizable to us today as, I'm kind of a hand talker by the way, sorry, this is Mike's Anyway, he's most recognizable as an icon on a watch or as a symbol on a t-shirt, and not as a character people want to be, or even necessarily want to see in narrative form. So we knew we had to make Mickey cool again. And so the first thing I ask everybody on my team to do when they get into the office in the morning is ask themselves, am I making Mickey cool today? And if the answer to that is no, I tell them, come talk to me because I need to find something different for you to do. The second thing is Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. Now, we really do need to reintroduce him because he's been lost for many years. And I'll come back and talk to you about him a little bit more later. The next most important thing we want to do is we want to honor Disney's creative legacy. There's 80 years of creativity here. We all know, we all grew up with it, we all love it to some extent, even though some of us may not want to admit it. But if we're going to bring Mickey to an audience that hasn't really thought about him as a hero for many years, we can't just give people Sleeping Beauty's castle and When You Wish Upon a Star. We need to come up with something that's maybe a little more relevant, a little more appealing to a modern audience. The way we've kind of been thinking about this is we have to give people a new twist on things. We want to take things that are completely familiar to you. We all know them, we all love them. And then we want to twist them up, give them a little bit of a dark edge, give them a little bit of a difference. So as you play this game, which someday you will get to do, what I want you to feel is, I've been there. Oh, wait, no I haven't. Or I've seen it, I've heard that song. No, but it's different. So the whole idea is to the pleasure of familiar, and then we yank the rug out of familiar. So the next thing is we're going to tell a big story. I mean, if any of your game journalists, I've worked on 19 games, this will be my 20th, and every one of them has told a story. I'm too old to change this. I'm not going to change now. Okay, so this was going to tell a story. Luckily, Disney is a story-oriented company, of course, so that wasn't much of a battle. But this other part, this player-driven part, that's a little bit different. If you played any of my games or if you know about them, it's not so much about me telling telling stories to players. It's about me telling stories with players. Okay? So I want everybody to have their own experience as they play this game. So it's a player-driven epic story. The next thing, I love confounding marketing people. Okay, they hate me, and I'm really psyched about that. I like making games that don't fit into neat little genre categories. So, is it a shooter or a stealth game or a role-playing game? Yes. Is it a platformer or an adventure game or an RPG? Well, yes. Okay. In this case, we took our inspirations from the best of those genres: platformers, adventure exploration games, and role-playing, and we're kind of mashing them up together. Okay, to see what we come up with. Typically, when you take things that don't belong together, you end up with something that's pretty cool and different. So that's kind of our goal. And then finally, all of this is expressed through a new core mechanic, something that I've never seen before, something I don't believe has been done in games before. We call it paint and thinner. So the core gameplay, obviously, you run, you jump, you do all that stuff that people do in every game. But the way you interact with the world is a little bit different. You can actually dynamically change the environment in the game to suit your needs. You can draw and erase, restore and damage. Okay, so that's I'll talk more about that